Welcome to the 2017 edition of the National Science and Math Quiz. Today we bring you the first of the semi-final contest, which features Ghana National College. University Practice Senior High School. And our reigning champions, Adisadel College. Let's meet the contestants. Ghana National College. Ghana National College is represented by
Matthew Fifi for final year. Another Abide Christian, final year.
You are very welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Let me first congratulate you on making it here to the semi-finals. How do you feel about that?
I'm so excited.
Excited?
Yes.
All right. What are we to expect?
With the favor of Jehovah God upon us, we shall emerge victorious in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
If that was a prayer, then let me respond. Amen. Best wishes.
Thank you.
Adisadel College. Adisadel College is represented by
Edward Advana Poikwansa, final year.
Sylvanos Afo Asananubu, final year.
You're welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
How are you?
Yeah, fine.
Well? Okay, good. I would like to congratulate you.
Thank you.
Semi-finals. What does that feel like?
Amazing.
Amazing. All right, that's wonderful. And what are we to expect from you?
We give up our best because we know the grace of God is sufficient.
Amen to that also, and best wishes. University Practice Senior High School. University Practice Senior High School is represented by
Could you yank a final year?
You're welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
Yeah, fine.
Very well.
Yes, please.
I would like to congratulate you on making it into the semi-finals. Well done. What does it feel like to be here, semi-finals?
We are highly privileged, and that is all we can say about it.
All right. Expectations for the contest.
What we have to say is that all this time the will of God has been done, and this is not the time it is come to. It is going to come to an end. So let's expect the best.
Okay. I hope that means no tie break today. Okay, good. Best wishes to you. Viewers, we have met the contestants for this Cape Coast Derby. It's going to be amazing. I'm really looking forward to it. But before I sit down, I would like to acknowledge that the National Science and Math Quiz is sponsored by the Ghana Education Service through the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools. We have support from TIGO, GOIL, Prudential Life Insurance, Accra College of Medicine, and GCB Bank. We are produced by Primetime. My name is Dr. Elsie Ifa Kaufman. I am a senior lecturer in the Department of Biomedical Engineering, University of Ghana, and I'm your quiz mistress. Thank you. Contestants, the contest comes to you in 5 rounds. The first round is a round for fundamental concepts. Simple, direct questions that require simple, direct answers from you. If you answer your major question correctly, 3 points. If the question is incorrectly answered, it becomes available to the 2 other schools. A school may ring and attempt an answer. If the answer is right, a bonus point. If the answer is incorrect, it fetches a penalty point. For questions which require calculations, you have 30 seconds in which to present your answer. If there are no calculations involved, you have 10 seconds to do so. All of the questions, all of them are to be attempted once only. Best wishes to all 3 schools. For the first set of questions, you have 30 seconds, and I'm going to start with Ghana National College. Your question. Find the loss in total kinetic energy when a 2-kilogram object moving at 5 meters per second collides head-on with a stationary 3-kilogram object if the coefficient of restitution is 0.8. Is your hand up, Fifi? Go ahead.
45 joules.
That's incorrect for a bonus. Yanka?
21 joules.
No. The right answer is 5.4 joules. Your major question, university practice. The Rydberg energy is approximately 13.6 electron volts. Express this quantity in scientific notation using SI base units only. Is your hand up? Yanka, go ahead.
2.176 times 10 exponent negative 18 kilogram meter squared per second squared.
You're right. Adisadel College. Find the power dissipated by a 10 ohm resistor carrying a current of 2 amperes. Yes, the graph.
40 watts.
Yes. For the next set, I have a preamble to all schools. Preamble. Distinguish between compact bone and spongy bone with respect to the following. That's the preamble. Ghana National. Location of each when they occur together. Yes, Christian.
The spongy bone is located at the head region or the ends of the long bones, whilst the compact bones are located on the surface.
I'll give you one. Remember, it was when they occur together. So the compact bone is the firmer outer layer of bone, and the spongy bone is the softer, more porous inner. With the same preamble, university practice, Haversian system. God's will.
Madam, the compact bone possesses the Haversian system, but the spongy bone lacks the Haversian system.
Yes. With the same preamble, function. Yes, Anobel.
The compact bone protects the inner parts of the bone, whereas the spongy bone produces red blood cells and white blood cells, and allows the passage of nerves and other blood vessels.
2 out of 3. Not only for protection, the compact bone, it also has structural support, right? Structural support. That was the only thing missing from your answer. What is all that noise backstage?
Hello. Speaker. Hello. 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 Sylvanus Afo Asan Anubu. Again. Sylvanus Afo Asan Anubu.
Next set, 30 seconds with a preamble. Preamble to all schools. A set S has 6 elements. Find the number of, that's a preamble. I hope you got that. All right. Ghana National. All subsets of S. Yes, Fifi?
64.
You're right. University practice with the same preamble, all proper subsets of S. Yes, Gotwell?
63.
Yes. With the same preamble, all proper non-empty subsets of S. Yes, Anubel?
62.
Yes. Ghana National. In the extraction of metals from their ores, sometimes the ores are first roasted in air. What is the purpose of this step? Yes, Christian?
Ores are roasted in order to oxidize the compounds and also to remove other impurities such as hydrocarbons or to remove water.
I'm going to give you 2 out of 3. The purpose of the step is to convert the state of the metal to its oxide. You said to oxidize them, then you added all sorts of other things. But the purpose is to get an oxide. All right. University practice. In the case of the gold that was mined in Obuasi from the deep mines, roasting could not have converted the gold to its oxide. The ore was nevertheless roasted. What was the purpose of the roasting in this context? Yanka.
Please, this is to burn all the impurities that could have been found on the gold. And
1. Yes, to get rid of some impurities, but I needed more detail. So the purpose is to get rid of the arsenic sulfide that was present in the gold-bearing ores as volatile oxides of sulfur and arsenic. Details. Adisadel. Explain how Fe2O3 in an iron ore is reduced to metallic iron in a blast furnace. Yes, the graft.
The Fe2O3 is reacted with, is reduced to metallic iron by carbon monoxide. You react with it to oxidize the carbon monoxide to CO2, while the Fe2O3 is reduced to metallic iron.
1. It's a 3-step process. In the first step, coke is converted to CO at the base of the furnace. Then the CO reacts with Fe2O3 to give the mixture of iron and FeO. That's the part I gave you the 1 for. And then the last part is that the FeO reacts with more CO to give iron. 30 seconds. Ghana National. The characteristic yellow emission of sodium contains photons of energy 2.11 electron volts. Express this energy in scientific notation using SI-based units only. Christian.
3.376 times 10 raised to the power -2.
Go on. That's incorrect. Yes, go ahead, Yanka.
3.376 times 10 exponent negative 19 kilogram meter squared per second squared.
Yes. But I'm warning you. I'm warning you because I was still trying to hear what they had to say. So if you ring while a school is still in the process of giving the answer, you will have a penalty point. All right. Okay.
3.376 times 10 to the power -2 kilogram per meter square.
No, you were saying something about joule.
The first one, the second one.
So you are trying to change the answer.
3.376 times 10 to the power -2 joule second.
University practice. Find the power dissipated by a 10-ohm resistor with a potential difference of 2 volts across its terminals. Yes, Godswill.
0.4 watt.
You're right. Adisadel. The coefficient of restitution for the head-on collision between a 3-kilogram object moving at 4 meters per second and a stationary 5-kilogram object is 0.6. Find the loss in kinetic energy of the objects in the collision. Yes, the graft.
27 joules. 27 joules.
That's incorrect for a bonus. The right answer is 9.6 joules. Next set is actually a single question to all 3 schools. When I get to you, please give me a right answer so that I can move on for the next different right answer. This is the question. Give only one characteristic of smooth muscles. Ghana National, first choice. Yes, Fifi.
Smooth muscles are non-striated.
I'm not giving that to you. University practice.
Okay, smooth muscles have thin walls and are found lining the gastrointestinal walls and also the blood vessels. They are found lining the blood vessels.
I'm not giving that to you. Adisadel. Yes, Annabelle.
They are uninucleated and have sarcomeres.
They are?
Uninucleated.
Yes. All right, so there are several of them. They are long, slender, and spindle-shaped. They have a single central nucleus. That's the one I gave you, uninucleated. It's the same thing. They have no tubules or myofibrils or sarcomeres. They have no tendons or aponeurosis. They have scattered myosin fibers, and myosin fibers have more heads per thick filament. Next, 30 seconds with a preamble. Preamble to all schools. A particle moves on a straight line such that its displacement from an initial point O at time t seconds is given by S of t is equal to 20t plus 5t squared meters. That's a preamble. I hope you got your preamble. Again. A particle moves on a straight line such that its displacement from an initial point O at time t seconds is given by S of t is equal to 20t plus 5t squared meters. Now, Ghana National, find the speed at time t seconds. Yes, Fifi.
The speed is 20 plus 10t meters per second.
You are right. University. Find the acceleration at time t seconds.
The energy, one movement of an electron.
Gaseous charge anion.
Of an element.
Units, but electronegativity has no units.
Atom in a practice. Coefficient of object is in the collision. Goswell.
3.00 joules.
That's incorrect for bonus. The right answer is 2.25 joules. Adisadel. Mercury emits blue photons of energy 2.85 electron volts. Express this energy in scientific.
Kilogram.
Ghana glucose. The right answer hence requires a university practice. What is the common intermediate product of carbohydrate, protein, and lipid metabolism? Did he make it? Oh, yes. Go ahead.
Glucose.
No. The right answer is acetyl-CoA, a primary energy source of resting skeletal muscles. Annabelle.
ATP.
That's incorrect for bonus. The right answer is fatty acid. Next set 30 seconds with a preamble. Preamble to all schools. A and B are events in a sample space S. That's the preamble. Now, Ghana National. If probability of A union B, let me start again. Find probability of A union B, given that probability of A is equal to 0.6, probability of B is equal to 0.8, and A and B are independent. Fifi.
0.48.
That's incorrect for a bonus. Yes, which of you? Annabelle.
0.92. 0.92.
Yes. University practice. With the same preamble. Find the probability of A intersection B, given that probability of A is equal to 0.4 and probability of B is equal to 0.5, and A and B are disjoint. Godswill.
0.9.
That's incorrect. Yes, go ahead.
0.
0. Adisadel, with the same preamble. Find probability of A given probability of B is equal to 0.5, probability of A union B is equal to 0.8, and probability of A intersection B is equal to 0.4. Which of you? Annabelle.
0.7.
You're right. Last set of questions for the round, 30 seconds. Ghana National. A first-order reaction has a half-life of 20 minutes. Calculate the rate constant of that reaction and give your answer in the scientific form to 2 decimal places. Give the units of the constant. Fifi.
0.057 per second.
That's incorrect. Who rang? Yes, Degraft.
5.75 times 10 exponents negative 4 per second.
No, I can't give that to you. The right answer is 5.78 times 10 to the power negative 4 per second. University practice. The conversion of compound A to B follows second-order kinetics. If 20% of the initial concentration of 0.10 mole per decimeter cubed of A is consumed in 5 minutes, calculate the rate constant and give your answer with the units in the scientific form to 2 places of decimal. The integrated form of a second-order reaction is 1 over A subscript T is equal to 1 over A naught. No, let me give that again. 1 over A subscript T minus 1 over A naught is equal to K multiplied by T, where A naught and A subscript T are the concentrations of A at times T equals 0 and T equals T respectively. Too late for a bonus. The right answer is 8.33 times 10 to the power negative 3 decimeter cubed per mole second. Last question, Adisadel. 0.50 grams of a radioactive element of atomic mass 50 disintegrates at the rate of 1.20 times 10 raised to the power 10 disintegrations per second. Calculate the decay constant and give your answer with the units in the scientific form to one place of decimal. For this calculation, assume Avogadro's number is 6.00 times 10 raised to the power 23. The graft.
2.0 times 10 exponents negative 12 per second.
Yes. That's the end of the first round. At the end of the first round, Ghana National College has 12 points. University Practice Senior High School has 17 points. Adisadel College has 26 points. We have a long way to go, 4 more rounds. Round 2. Hey, already? This round is also known as the speed race. The questions in the round are directed to all 3 schools simultaneously. For an opportunity to answer a question, you must ring for it. May I hear your bell, Ghana National College? Thank you. Adisadel College? Thank you. University Practice? Thank you. If you ring and answer correctly on the first attempt, 3 points. On the second attempt, 2 points. On the third attempt, 1 point. If you attempt to answer a question and you are unsuccessful, you lose a precious point. For questions which require calculations, you have a maximum of 30 seconds to present your answer. If there are no calculations, you have a maximum of 10 seconds to do so. Best wishes to all 3 schools. The first set of questions, each 30 seconds maximum. First one. The rest energy of a particle is 5.00 times 10 raised to the power negative 10 joule. Find the energy of the particle. Yes, go ahead. Which of you? Yanka.
4.5 times 10 exponent 7 joules.
That's incorrect. I continue. Find the energy of the particle when it moves at 0.60 times the speed of light in vacuum. The right answer is 6.25 times 10 raised to the power negative 10 joules. Next one. The Poisson ratio of a material is 0.32, and its Young's modulus is 72 gigapascals. A wire made of the material is under an axial tensile stress of 2.4 megapascal. What is the magnitude of the transverse strain of the wire? Yes, the graft.
3.3 times 10 raised to the power negative 5.
That's incorrect. The right answer is 1.1 times 10 raised to the power negative 4, or 0.011%. Next one. A thin spherical lens made of glass with refractive index 1.5 has a convex surface of radius 50 centimeters and a concave surface of radius 25 centimeters. Find the optical power of the lens in air. Yes, which of you? Goswell.
1 diopter. 1 diopter.
That's incorrect. The right answer is negative 0.125 diopter. Next set, 30 seconds each. Rationalize the denominator of square root of 3 over the expression square root of 5 plus square root of 2. Yes. Next one. A triangle has sides of length 6 centimeters, 7 centimeters, and 9 centimeters. Determine if it is acute or obtuse. Yes, which of you? Annabelle.
It is obtuse.
No. It's
Acute. Acute.
Of course, what else? All right, next one. Find 3 consecutive integers whose sum is 12 less than 4 times the first integer. Yes, Yanka.
The integers are negative 15, negative 16, and negative 17.
That's incorrect. Yes, the graft.
The integers are 15, 16, and 17.
You're right. Next set, 10 seconds each. Using the Golgi apparatus as an example, explain specifically why a cell needs energy to maintain its organization. The Golgi apparatus produces molecules that are used for structural purposes, and energy is needed to produce these molecules. Next one. A water flower placed in a flask of water for several hours became stiff and stood erect. When it was placed in a salt solution, it wilted. From this information, what is the tonicity of the cells of the flower in reference to water? Go ahead.
Since the water was lost from the plant, it implies that the cells of the plant were at a lower concentration than that of the water. That's they were hypotonic to the water.
I'm not accepting that. I continue. And the salt solution. Go on, which of you? Which of you? Christian.
This implies that the concentration of the salt solution is greater than that of the cytoplasm, the concentration in the cytoplasm. Therefore, it loses water. And the content of the cytoplasm.
I'm not going to accept. It is hypertonic to fresh water, but hypotonic to the salt solution. Next one. All cells have a plasma membrane that separates their contents from the extracellular environment and serves to maintain their integrity. In a functional sense, how does the plasma membrane maintain the integrity of the cell? Yes, Yanka.
It maintains its integrity by preventing other substances from entering the cells. That is, it's being partially permeable and maintains the constant atmosphere of the cell.
No. 0 centimeter cube. Who? Basis of decimal. Which of you? Digraft.
0.072 mole per dm3.
You're right. "30 seconds. A 10.0 decimeter cube flask is filled with oxygen until the pressure is 60 kilopascal at 27 degrees Celsius. What will be the total pressure when 8.8 grams of CO2 at 27 degrees Celsius are added to the oxygen in the flask? Assume the gas constant R is 8.30 joule per mole Kelvin for this calculation. Atomic mass for oxygen is 16, for carbon it's 12.0. The right answer is 109.8 kilopascal. Last question, 10 seconds. What substance gives honey its sweet taste? Yes, Goswell.
Fructose.
You are right. And that's the end of the second round. when they are writing their things, I'll take a break. Thank you. Please keep them covered. Do not begin until I ask you to, and please leave our equipment alone. Don't touch the microphones. Did you hear that? Did you hear? Did you hear? At the end of the second round, Ghana National College has 11 points. University Practice Senior High School has 20 points. Adisadel College has 27 points. Working so hard for so little reward. Round 3. This round has the problem of the day. The problem of the day is a single question to all 3 schools. From the time I ask you to begin, you have 3 minutes in which to present an answer from your school. The problem of the day is worth 10 points. Let's turn over our sheets. Please put your pens down first. And let's turn over our sheets and read the problem of the day together. Problem of the day. A, state Coulomb's law. B, a positively charged particle of mass m and charge small q moves directly towards a rigidly fixed positively charged particle of charge big Q. Very far from the stationary charge, the speed of the moving charge is v, which is small compared to the speed of light in vacuum. Show that the distance of closest approach between the particles in this head-on collision is given by B is equal to small q multiplied by big Q all over 2 pi epsilon naught mv squared, where epsilon naught is the permittivity of free space. Contestants, this is your problem of the day. You may now begin. Please stop right. Ready. Contestants, please pick up your notepads and present your answers on the board as you have them here. The contestants have presented their answers. Before I award the marks, let's look at the suggested solution from the consultants. This is a problem in physics. The first part is to state Coulomb's law. I was thinking this would be the easiest. Anyway, Coulomb's law states that two stationary charged particles interact with a force that acts along the line joining the particles, which is proportional to the product of the charges, is inversely proportional to the distances between the charges, and is repulsive for like charges and attractive for unlike charges. This is Coulomb's law. Please note that there are four important elements. The particles interact with a force that acts along the line joining the particles. The force is proportional to the product of the charges, is inversely proportional to the distances between the charges, and is repulsive for like charges and attractive for unlike charges. Four elements in the definition. 4 points, meaning 1 point each. The next part is that we have a positively charged particle of mass m and charge small q, which is moving directly towards a rigidly fixed positively charged particle of charge big Q. So big Q is stationary, small q is moving, it has a mass m. Okay, so very far from the charge, the speed of the moving charge is v, which is small compared to the speed of light in vacuum. So if the speed is small, then we can use the normal equations that we know, the Newtonian equations, right? Okay, so show that the distance of closest approach between the particles in this head-on collision is given by B is equal to small q multiplied by big Q all over 2 pi epsilon naught mv squared, where epsilon naught is the permittivity of free space. Okay, so how do we approach this? When small q, m, is very far from the stationary charge, the kinetic energy of the moving charge is given by our Newtonian equation, which we know k naught is equal to half mv squared. And the potential energy u naught of the system of the two particles is 0. No potential energy, just kinetic energy. Therefore, the total energy of the system at that point, when it's moving, it's very far, we have E naught is equal to K naught plus U naught, and this is simply half mv squared for recognizing those 2 points. Now, at the point of closest approach, so we have come to the second position. The moving particle is momentarily at rest, so the kinetic energy K is 0 at that point. The potential energy at that point of closest approach is given by U, which is small q multiplied by big Q, all over 4 epsilon naught b. Remember, b is the distance of closest approach, b is the distance between the two particles. Okay, so the total energy at this second point, this point of closest approach, is given by E is equal to K plus U, which is what I have just said, small q multiplied by big Q, all over 4 pi epsilon naught b. 2 more points for this. Now we are going to invoke conservation of energy. So at that first point and then at the point of closest approach, the energies must be equal. So E has to be equal to E naught. And so we have half mv squared is equal to small q multiplied by big Q all over 4 pi epsilon naught b. Now we are going to make B the subject of that equation. Then we are done, right? We've shown what we have to show. So when we make B the subject of that equation, we will have 2 small q big Q all over 4 pi epsilon naught mv squared. Now let's 2 and 4, right? So we just get rid of, we just simplify to get B is equal to small q multiplied by big Q all over 2 pi epsilon naught mv squared. 2 points, giving a total of 10 points. Okay, I have to insert one word into the definition of Coulomb's law. Okay? So I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I'm just going to give the definition again. All right. Coulomb's law states that two stationary charged particles interact with a force that acts along the line joining the particles, which is proportional to the product of the charges, is inversely proportional to the distances squared between the charges, and is repulsive for like charges and attractive for unlike charges. 4 important elements. Interact with a force that acts along the line joining the particles, is proportional to the product of the charges, is inversely proportional to the distances squared between the charges, and the last one is repulsive for like charges and attractive for unlike charges. All right. Now, contestants, university practice. University practice, your definition has issues. I'm giving you 2 out of the 4 possible for that definition, because you have the multiplication of the charges and then also the square of the distance. So those 2 are right. You don't talk about the lines joining, and you do not talk about attractive and repulsive. Okay? All right. Then when we move to the second part, honestly, you have Coulomb's law there, but I'm not sure if you are applying it well in terms of the 2 different positions. And so I'm not going to give you anything else. I'm not giving you anything else. In fact, by the time you finish this, you have changed the question. Instead of a B, you have R. By the time you finish. And so you have 2 out of 10. Adisadel. Similar problem. You also have the force being proportional to the charges, the product of the charges, and the square, inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. 2, you don't talk about the other issues I'm interested in, so I'm giving you 2 out of the possible 4 for the definition. Then when it gets to the second part, again, I don't know what it is that you are doing. You are trying to do something. You start with the force. You never wind up giving any information about the energies. You are thinking more about the collision, I think. No, this is not the way to go about it, and so you did not make any progress. You also have 2 out of 10. Ghana National. Your definition has 3 of the 4 elements. You actually connect the line of action of the forces. You include that, and so you have 3 there. And then you start doing magic. No explanation of any sort. But at the end of the day, because you know what you are supposed to get, you must get it. And so you do. But I'm not impressed with that. So I'm only giving you 3 out of 10. That's the end of the problem of the day and the end of round 3. You may pick up your notepads. Before we begin the fourth round, I would like to acknowledge that the National Science and Math Quiz is sponsored by the Ghana Education Service through the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools. We have support from TIGO, GOL, Prudential Life Insurance, Accra College of Medicine, and GCB Bank. We are produced by Primetime. Thank you. Now, round 4. In this round, I'm going to be presenting you with statements. When you receive a statement, please consider the statement carefully and let me know whether it's true or false. If you are right, 2 points. If you are incorrect, you lose a precious point. You may choose not to respond, in which case that statement becomes available to the 2 other schools. A school may ring and attempt an answer. If the answer is right, 2 full points. If the answer is incorrect, it fetches that penalty point. Best wishes to all 3 schools once again. University practice. Potassium is to rubidium as aluminium is to gallium. Yes, Gospel.
True.
Yes. Adisadel. Cesium is to barium as silicon is to phosphorus. Annabelle.
True.
Yes. Arsenic is to selenium as boron is to carbon. Yes, Fifi.
True.
Yes. One over 35 has a terminating decimal representation. Goswell.
False.
You're right. Square root of 99 is an irrational number. Yes, Annabelle.
True.
Yes. Square root of 1.44 is a rational number. Yes, Fifi.
True.
Yes. For the next set, I have a preamble to all schools. Preamble. Neurons typically send signals over long distances by generating and propagating action potentials over excitable axonal membranes. State whether the following statements concerning the rate of action potential propagation are true or false. Again, neurons typically send signals over long distances by generating and propagating action potentials over excitable axonal membranes. State whether the following statements concerning the rate of action potential propagation are true or false. All right, so now university practice. It is faster in large diameter axons than in small diameter ones. Yes, Goswell?
True.
Yes. It is faster for a strong stimulus than for a weak one. Annabelle?
True.
No. That's a false statement. Without God's will.
False.
No, that's a true statement. It is impossible in the y component of linear momentum of the particle. Yeah. A true statement. You can do an electrolysis of brine. Ghana National. Electrolysis of brine using graphite alone as electrodes gives the same result as electrolysis using mercury anode and graphite cathode. Yes, Fifi?
False.
You're right. if 3 raised to the power x is equal to 25, then 2 less than x less than 3. That's a range. God's will.
True. True.
Yes. If 2 raised to the power x is equal to 25, then 5 less than x less than 6 is the range. Yes,
False.
Annabelle, you're right. If 3 raised to the power x is equal to 2, then 0 less than x less than 1 is the range of intake of food does not necessarily result in growth in organisms. Yes, God's will.
Is it true?
True.
Yes. Cell division usually contributes to growth, but growth does not result solely from cell division. Annabelle.
True.
Yes. Increase in size usually accompanies growth, but unless there is a corresponding increase in mass, it cannot be called growth. Yes, Fifi?
False.
Oh, dear. That's a true statement. And I can give you an example. A butterfly emerging from a pupa increases its size, but there is no increase in mass. Isn't that interesting? All right, last set of statements. The frequency of an oscillating series LCR circuit is greater than the frequency of the same circuit with R equals 0. God's will.
True.
No. It's a false statement. Adisadel. The frequency of an oscillating series LCR circuit remains constant as R is decreased. Annabelle.
True.
Oh no. Last statement. A driven series LCR circuit resonates at an angular frequency equal to the reciprocal of the square root of LC. Fifi?
True.
That's right. And that's the end of the 4th round. At the end of the fourth round, Ghana National College has 21 points. University Practice Senior High School has 32 points. Adisadel College has 36 points. The contest is close and will be decided in this fifth and final round, round 5. In this round, I'm going to be reading out clues. Your objective is to solve the riddle. If you solve the riddle on the first clue, 5 points. On the second clue, 4 points. On the third or any clue thereafter, 3 points. For an opportunity to solve a riddle, you must ring for it. Let me hear your bell, Ghana National College. Thank you. Adisadel College. Thank you. University Practice. Thank you. When you ring, your answer must be ready. I will not wait. There are 4 riddles. First one. I am used metaphorically to refer to reasoning or decision-making that is narrow in scope. In science, I am a common condition that affects many people in the world. My underlying cause is believed to be a combination of genetic and environmental factors. I occur if the eyeball is too long. Yes, Yanka.
Myopia.
You are right. I was reading the 4th clue. 3 points. Next one. I occur all around you to the extent that I am sure I am taken for granted. I'm not an animal, but I do contribute to the well-being of the animal kingdom. I am an organometallic compound. My organic part is made up of 5 rings, 4 of them holding hands and carrying appendages. Yes. Which of you? Fifi.
Chlorophyll.
You are right. They saw the riddle on the 4th clue. 3 points. Next one. I am something that stands for something else. I am a letter or character used to represent a mathematical idea. I may be used to represent an object, an operation, a relation, or a function. An example of me. Goswell.
Variable.
No. An example of me is the Roman symbol M, representing 1,000. Did you hear that? I just said it. Yes. Fifi.
Roman numerals.
No.
Alphabet.
Pardon?
Alphabet.
No. I'm going to repeat the last 2 clues and then see if anyone can give me the answer. An example of me is the Roman symbol M, representing 1,000. Did you hear that? I just said it. I just said it. Who wants this one? Anyone? Yes. Symbol. Yay! Oh. Last riddle. Last one. I am a quantity that characterizes propagation of electromagnetic waves. I am a dimensionless number, which for a given material varies with wavelength. Which of you? Yes, Fifi.
Refractive index.
You are right. I have to tell you the clue and end the round, so stop them. They solved the riddle on the third clue, 3 points, and that's the end of the 5th round. At the end of the contest, here are the final scores. Ghana National College has 27 points. University Practice Senior High School has 35 points. Adisadel College has 36 points. Ghana National College Thank you for being here and for giving us a good contest. You were the guardian angels of our reigning champions. Best wishes to you. University Practice Senior High School, another close one. Zen. Oh, but you did really well. You did really well. And thank you for being here. Thank you for giving us a great contest. Best wishes to you. Adisadel College. You won by the skin of your teeth. You owe Ghana National College big time. Well done. Well done. Congratulations, and see you at the grand finale. Viewers, we have 2 more semi-finals to go. The next one is going to feature Prempeh College, Mawuli School, and Infant Sipim School. Make it a point to join us. But before we leave, I would like to acknowledge that the National Science and Math Quiz is sponsored by the Ghana Education Service through the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools. We have support from TIGO, GOIL, Prudential Life Insurance, Accra College of Medicine, and GCB Bank. We are produced by Prime Time. Thank you for joining us for this contest, and see you next time. Bye.